with players aggressing you from above. In this clip, Asian Jeff edits his stairs into a half stair and waits for his opponent to make an open edit, before hitting a big pump shot and resetting the floor, blocking the opponent's shot back. From his point of view, he has a right hand peek over this stair, however he's almost completely hidden from the other player. Unfortunately, he hit a complete minimum with his pump, but he made another really nice play to finish the fight. Jeff attempts to fight the player in that same box, but notices he's elevated up and away from him. Player up above edits his cone so that it's weak, which is a sign that he's going to spray through, so Jeff edits his floor into a half. This gives him the perfect peek on the player up above, while staying completely hidden, allowing him to pick up this elim. But this is far from the only strategy Jeff uses when players have height over him. This is one of the most common situations that players make mistakes in. Asian Jeff is ramping up onto another player, however the opponent is one tile higher than him. A play many people would make in this situation is to flip the ramp and to shoot you. So to counter that, Jeff double edits a floor and a cone and places a cone on top of the opponent's ramp, blocking his movement. He then jumps to the right and hits a shot, blocking any returning damage with a wall. From the opponent's POV, Jeff was in front of him at the other side of his wall, but when he looks up from editing his ramp, Jeff is completely gone. This relatively simple mechanic is easy to learn, and from there all Jeff has to do is edit and hit a max damage shot to finish the fight quickly. But what if the other player is much further away from you? In this fight, Jeff gets beamed from a distance and instantly creates two boxes to give himself time to heal. Many players would end up coming down to you, which would save you materials in this situation. However, in this situation, the other player just stays on the hill, which gives Jeff the time to heal. From here, Jeff does the exact same setup as the previous clip, as he starts to ramp upwards and places a cone and his floor at the top. However, this time, rather than double editing and jumping to the side, he places a wall at the other side as if he's going to do a triple edit, and then resets both the cone and the floor. From this position, he can then jump and deal chip damage onto the other player and then catch himself with other builds. This small amount of damage stops the opponent from spraying, allowing Jeff to crank straight up for height. But repeatedly getting chip damage is actually a really important part of Jeff's fighting style. Jeff starts this fight with a bad edit and he's punished for it. While he's trying to pop a big shield, the other player is being incredibly annoying and spraying his wall with his AR, denying the heal. He holds the wall the first time it breaks, however then he switches to his pump and while aiming down sights, pre-fires a small chip damage back onto the other player, immediately holding the wall afterwards. He then does the exact same thing again, cracking the opponent's shield and giving him time to pop his big pot. At this point, since he's just cracked the opponent and he's popped his own big pot, he knows he has the HP advantage, so he can now get aggressive onto the other player's wall, and despite messing up the wall replace, he's able to easily finish the fight. However, he's pushed by another player and now has to play defensively. Asian Jeff is healing in a box made nearly entirely out of enemy builds, and another player tries to attempt to take the wood wall, which Jeff is able to hold. Many players in this situation make an edit play from this wall to try to get damage off, but Jeff pushes back through his old builds into some brick boxes that he fully owns. If the opponent follows him outside of the box, Jeff